Okay, it's the first week in July, and we're going to take a trip to the orchard here first. Pear tree number one looks good. The pears are all still a good size, getting bigger, juicier. There was, I think, one pear that I found on the ground, but other than that, no big problems. Pears are starting to form up and good size. Still no problems with the leaves or anything. No real issues with this one. That's it. Cherry tree still got all of its leaves. Aphids have been, not really a big problem. And since all the fruit's off there, the tree's just going to focus on putting out more leaves, getting ready for next year's harvest. So looks good. Everything looks great. No problems there. The apple tree looks good. The leaves, there's still a few little yellow spots on some of the leaves, and I still never figured out what that part is. But the apples look giant. Some of them do. Some of them look good size, but some of them, that one there, are just really huge, like seriously tennis ball size already. So that's good. No issues to speak of. I might come back and thin a couple more apples, just because some of them are getting close to touching, and some of them here actually are touching, and I don't really want that. So spend a little time later in the week, maybe doing a little fine tuning. You can see here the blush on the apple. Some of them are actually getting color at this point. Most are not, but you can see the streaks here in this one. So the apple tree looks great. Yeah. Then the peach tree, looking good. Here's all of our green new growth, which, if we recall, this wood here will be what sets the buds, the fruit for next year. So it's important to get this. That's why we trimmed a lot of it back last year, to stimulate this to grow out, because this is where the buds will form for next year's fruit for next season. So then if we come under here, you can see there's our main crop up under there. Looks good size. No issues. Peaches on the ground. That's always a good sign. So yeah, looking good. No problems. Aphids are all gone. So there are some of them that have the spots. Looks like I don't remember seeing it on the peaches last year. It looks like the shot hole disease, like a fungus type thing, that was prevalent on a lot of the apricots last year, but I don't remember it on the peaches. But it's here now, so as far as I know, there's nothing to do about it. It's just a looks thing. So anywho, our second pear is also looking good, strong, healthy. It is over pretty well laden down there, so I'm going to come and thin some of those off, just because some of the fruits are small and some of them are closer together, and just because that branch has way too much on it. So I'm going to thin some of the fruit there to help that branch not be so overwhelmed. And then when we look at the apricot, I cut out a few of the new growth from the middle, because it was all closing in here, and actually almost all the stuff that you see in the middle here is the new growth. Even though some of them are 3 feet tall, it's still, like this here is all new growth, even though it's the thickness of a dime and goes up all the way out there. I have noticed some aphids when I cut that out, and if you, not sure exactly how well it'll show up on the camera here, but I think this is the honeydew hanging down here, because there are aphids all over that thing. It is pretty gnarly looking. So I'll probably have to take that one out and maybe grab some of those ladybugs that are flying around and stick them over here to do some work. But the biggest change in the orchard this week has been the apricots, the fruit themselves. You can now see them. They now show up. They're yellowish. So these ones might be a little hard to see with the sun in the backdrop here, but we can go, well, that's also in the backdrop. But anyway, they're around. We'll come over here to the ones that are on the side, and you can see them quite clearly. There they are. So they're good size. They're healthy, and they're starting to turn yellow. So it won't be too long before they'll turn orangish and be ready to go. So a couple more weeks probably, and we'll be good to go there. So not a whole lot, once again, probably like a dozen or so fruit total, but they are starting to turn ripe. So anyway, that is the trees. The raspberries, there are a few left. They're mostly gone. So there's a few more left hanging around there that you need to get, but for the most part, season is over, and now it's just a matter of the old fruiting canes going to start dying back, and this new vigorous growth will then be what produces the fruit for next year. So anyway, that is the orchard for this week. Thanks for watching.